Welcome to my channel. This is Mario Lord, also known as Real Estate Guru PK. On this channel, we talk about my real estate endeavors. We also have the top real estate producers and the top entrepreneurs in the country. Be sure to click the link below with Justin P with his Support Black Colleges marketing course. Also with Jason White's Crack the Code affiliate link, click that below as well. Also to support the channel, Webull, M1 Finance, Chase, Discover, Robinhood, and Public, a stock trading app. We hope you enjoyed this episode. This is Real Estate Guru PK signing out. Hey, how y'all doing? This is a Real Estate Guru PK podcast. I have a special guest, Dorniecesher J, rehabbing the hills. She's made over $1 million in wholesaling. And I have another co-host, a special co-host, Courtney Hall.
Hey.
It's her first appearance. As far as being a co-host. How y'all doing?
Good.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Y'all know TJ, Chris, they all recommended you to come on my podcast.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a huge honor.
Huge. That's
a huge honor.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that's a huge honor.
I know you're really, really close friends with TJ, right?
I'm close with Chris Senegal.
Chris Senegal?
Yeah. So he and I are extremely close. And of course TJ as well.
Okay.
And then other investors. Once you start, I don't know if you met
Byron?
Yeah, I mean, you can throw names out. I'm like, yeah, him. But Derek.
I think so.
I want to pronounce his last name, but I call him D. And Ben.
Ben, okay.
Ben by House.
Oh, Ben by House? Okay.
Yes,
he likes
Derek. Flip Housing.
Okay.
On his Instagram, Flipping the House. They're a tag team duo. Great guys.
Okay.
Definitely want to encourage you to bring them on as well.
I'll invite them.
Yeah, so those are my guys. I mean, if I throw women out there, I'm like,
You know, what's her name? Houston Holmes. She had like 50,000 followers on Instagram.
No, but I would love to meet her.
Okay.
I would love to meet her.
Okay.
You can connect it to me. Trust me, I'm gonna hit her up.
So it's safe to say you know all the major players in Houston as far as real estate goes.
It's safe to say I know active doing people.
Okay.
I don't call them girls, I call them doers.
Okay.
Because I know that they're actually doing the work. They're out in the trenches. And so, you know, everyone is investors, but do you really know the core? And those are the ones that I know for a fact that they are just amazing guys and gals that's out in the trenches with us and just making Houston better.
How many deals have you did with Chris and TJ?
I want to say with Chris, I actually brought him a deal. I'm not for sure he actually did the deal, but if you guys didn't know about Chris, Chris is actually a great artist.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He draws?
He actually does draw. That's what I'm saying. Really great friend. When I did my first flip, I met Chris. Chris came and put his artwork into my first flip.
Oh, really?
And then was able to collaborate in as far as friendship and do business. TJ, I actually probably introduced a couple of wholesale deals. I'm not for sure if he actually bought them or not, so I don't want to start lying.
Okay.
How did you get your start into flipping homes?
Wholesaling and everything. So I was broke. I think a lot of people start off that way.
Correct.
You know, I was coming from Houston. Dallas. And moving back to Houston, you know, sometimes when you are originally from Houston and you want to, my friend's like, you need to go back home. I'm like, I don't want to go back home. I love Dallas, you know, but I had a tax business that was very flourishing and I ended up losing it through a couple lawsuits and stuff. And so I was pretty much broke. All the money that I actually acquired, that was gone. So 35, no kids, woe is me, what I need to do different. So I moved back home. My mother ended up wiring me the money put me on a U-Haul truck and head on back. And so, again, what was me? What can I do different? I was so burnt or bruised by being a tax CPA. But at that moment, I knew I wanted to do something in real estate. I had the interest as a mortgage broker in my 20s. So I had a taste of it, but I didn't want to show homes. Right. I'm not that girl. I'm I'm not trying to figure out what your life is. I'm like,
right.
You tell me what it is. So I was introduced to a gentleman that till this day, I still have not met. He's in DC. He told me about wholesaling. He's like, well, it's one paper and this paper. And I'm like, but is that a real estate agent? He's like, no.
So how did y'all meet? Because you haven't met face to face.
Till this day, I still have not met him.
Wow. So he reached out to you, or you reached out to him via social media?
I reached out to him. I was a finance manager. When I moved to Houston, I was a finance manager at a dealership. He was looking for a car. We just ended up, again, building relationships and building some type of friendship. And that's how he introduced me to the word wholesaling. And so when he did that, I was like a bulldog on the bone, like, right. Before YouTube became so gracious of information, it was like a hit and miss. And there was not that many wholesalers that I knew. And I saw this YouTube channel as well, YouTube. They're based here in Houston, Prosperity Real Estate. And I went to their networking event. And that's how I started.
What was the year of this? What was the year?
2015.
15? That's not that long ago.
Yeah, 2015. Yeah. Yes. 2015. So 6 years. Okay. In the trenches.
Okay. So how'd you you did letters? How'd you get your leads?
My mentor taught me this. Either you have time or money. Well, damn sure didn't have any money. I had a whole lot of time. And so I was introduced about driving for dollars, and I ended up using my time with that every day, 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, driving up and down what everybody know me as the third word chick in the trenches looking for property. I found this abandoned property based on what they taught me, and I brought it to them. I did the due diligence, and I was able to close $15,000, but I didn't have the money for the coaching. But I had a drive, and so I ended up proposing while they were teaching me during the coaching process. I ended up giving them $10,000, and I kept $5,000.
Oh wow! So you gave them $10,000 up front?
$10,000 to close. I mean, $10,000 once I closed the deal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because that's how much the coaching costs.
Okay, so who was his mentor?
It's
And do you think it was worth it? Looking back on it, do you think that spending that much money was worth it?
Every bit of it.
Okay.
Prosperity Investors and AC Ramos.
Oh wow, he's in my email all day, every day.
AC Ramos was and still to this day, my mentor.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. So was it worth spending $10,000? Well, I got in at the low end because it was very expensive. But I do remember what he said, how are you able to know if it works if you don't invest in yourself? And at the time, going to the 3-day training, I knew this was something for me. I knew the calling for me to do it. So I just bet on me and knew that if I actually go out like they told me, do the work, drive for dollars, and then from there, close, I became a believer because I ended up believing in myself.
How was your childhood like? How were you coming up in Dallas?
No, I'm originally from Houston.
Oh, you're originally from Houston?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So at 7 years old, I knew I was an entrepreneur off the rip. Knew it. Couldn't tell me nothing. Selling cool cups at Greens Point Apartments. That's how long ago.
So you're from the north side?
No, I'm from the south, Southwest.
Southwest? Oh, so I'm from the Southwest.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
Lord,
right there for Fundren.
Oh,
And
for real?
Yes.
Bob White?
And Bob White.
I'm from West Belford and Sandpiper. So I'm like right next to Bob White.
Exactly. So
Okay.
the name of the apartments was Greenhouse Patios. That's what it's called.
Greenhouse Patio? Are you serious?
See, reminiscing right now. He's like, oh my God, I know exactly where you were. So I am a Houstonian through thick and thin and went to U of H.
Okay.
And then on weekends and halftime went to TSU on the yard. So.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So you were at Greenhouse Patio?
Yes. Went to Greenhouse. My mother just, I know she wanted to give me her best. But when she, was telling me no, sorry guys, she said, you need to figure it out. And so what I ended up doing was I figured it out. I asked for like $5, $10. Back then, juice was like 99 cents a whole gallon.
Right.
It was dirt cheap. And some sugar, and I poured it in some styrofoam cups, and I froze it and draw my own marketing plan, and which is, coloring the little cool cups. Yes, ma'am. And then start selling my product. So this is Jordan. And I had her last year. And I was first a single woman and then became a mom. And now I'm incorporating, real estate in her life. She actually currently have 5 properties.
Oh, for real?
Already.
Nice.
She owned 5 properties already.
Nice. And how important was it for you to say, you know what, I'm gonna make sure my daughter has these properties?
I believe that it was important because I remember the hardship that I was going through, wanting to choose a college. Like I wanted to go to Morehouse in Atlanta. And my mom didn't have the money to, pay for the tuition. So she said, go to ACC and then, we'll see where we're going. So I think that caused me to think about passing the baton early and utilize her time as an investment. Because if I didn't, then, I didn't want her to feel that she could not do or achieve anything. I want to introduce real estate. I understand the,
Let me get her.
You want to hold her?
I can get her.
You want to hold her? No, she's really friendly.
Look at it.
Thank you.
Cutest thing. Oh, look at that.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So, just it's really important to position her in the best way. And with my own experience of, I don't want to say lack, but my own experience in knowing that how can I position her at an early age that she can choose whatever school she want to go to and know that she have cash flow to go to school and receive and cover all her books, all her tuition, and be debt free.
Yeah.
And so that's what I end up I wanted to share with her.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is.
So how was high school and middle school at Sharpstown?
High school, so middle school was I was an extrovert. Very active. At the same time, a little shy. And then I don't know where that came from, why I was shy, but it was just interesting how there were certain things that I didn't share my entrepreneurship with my friends because I didn't think my friends wanted to do it, but they were buying from me. So, but that didn't happen till the beginning, my freshman year of high school. I was still selling candy and chips and stuff to pay for. I was a cheerleader, track and field, so they require money.
Yeah, right.
Up front, and so I just kept that going until I was maybe my sophomore year.
Okay. Did they ever tell you to stop selling the candy?
Oh, the principal did.
Okay. Okay.
Because they had a DECA
Mhm.
at Sharpstown, and I was messing up their profit
Okay.
because I was selling
okay.
on campus.
Mhm.
So they like, yeah, you might want to
Can't do
tone that down. Yeah, now. So, yeah.
I mean, what I want to know is we're talking about school. My whole thing is they're not teaching kids entrepreneurship. They're not teaching kids how to really think on their feet, their toes for themselves.
Right.
So what programs would you suggest that public schools incorporate? If you had to suggest something, what would you try to, suggest to them?
Well, I believe at the time, I graduated in 1998.
Okay.
I'm showing my age on that. And I was introduced home economics.
Okay.
I think that was important. And at the time, they actually introduced hotel management.
Mm-hmm.
But now those programs are, have been dissolved. And I believe that we as entrepreneurs should bring our experience into the schools.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And of course, they're going to end up giving us an excuse, well, we don't have the funds for your time.
Yeah.
Well, this is not something that we want to charge,
Right.
because I think that financial literacy is really what's lacking. Why should we have to wait till our junior and senior year of learning about economics or econ just to get a credit, just to get out of school? Why not start in your middle school year and then pass on into your high school so you can have that option of becoming an entrepreneur? Because back then, I feel so old when I say that, there only was two options: either go to college or you go to the military. That's what I had the junior RTC.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
RTC, yeah,
Mhm.
thank you.
RTC.
They introduced those two. And so you knew when you were a senior, well, I want to go to the military,
Oh,
or
gotcha.
I'm going to go to college.
Yeah.
There was not a third option. But
You went in sports or in the band or anything like that?
I was a cheerleader, track and field, and volleyball. But mainly, I couldn't wait to get into my sophomore year when they gave us half days so we can work. My first job was Burger King off of Fundren.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so
Oh, that's it.
I couldn't wait to work. Couldn't wait to do that. But I was working. I was still the president of Ladies Gents.
Oh,
Stepping, my mom just say, you can still do things, but you got to stay focused. And that's what I did. I was able to stay focused on work, staying focused on school, and able to participate in some activities.
So
Go
ahead.
No,
no, I was just gonna say. So you get out of high school, you get to college because you said you attended U of H.
Mm-hmm.
How was that like?
I was hungry. I was hungry and broke.
Mm-hmm.
So my girlfriend and I, my best friend till this day, we were one of the first few franchise owners at the age of 20 and 21 to be a franchise owner of Cobra Bowl. That's originally based here in Houston.
Yeah, I heard of them.
Yeah. So yeah.
And then after college, you just
I just dropped out because I was making more money.
Yeah, right. And that's what I was gonna ask. I mean, do you think that kids in high school, do they need to go to college?
I would encourage you to go to college.
Okay.
Because it will give you a sure clarity of yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What do you think about getting all the student loans? That's cool.
I believe for engineering, as a lawyer, as a doctor,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
But if you're just getting a student loan
Communications.
for communications, then I need you to communicate yourself out.
Right.
For business administration, with a minor in, it's not worth it.
What was your major?
My major at the time was hospitality,
Okay.
because I was going in to become a hotel manager.
Oh, that's cool.
But it's so interesting. If I didn't do that, then that's still part of real estate.
Correct. Because I was about to say, now you can own your own hotel.
That part.
Yeah.
That's part of real estate. Like the things that I was walking in, as a youth and as a young adult, and then going to college, I ended up finding a love for hotel management. Now that I'm a real estate investor, I want to inquire about, okay, how much it costs to buy an abandoned hotel and flipping it. Now, my mind has become much vast on learning something way bigger than what I started with.
Mm-hmm.
Not knowing that now, instead of me being the GM and being an employee of a hotel, why not just own a hotel?
You own a hotel, correct.
I had 18 hours, and then I had to cut it short because I became a mom. And so now I'm very proactive with my time. So I only got 5 hours when I had 18 hours. And so now I actually can see deals much faster.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
So now you're just eyeballing what you can do and what you can't do. So you're not wasting your time on the.
I'm not wasting my time.
Okay, I see.
Because of the fact that she has all my time.
Correct.
Right.
So when you're trying to get a house on the contract, what's the conversation like? Like you're just like before we waste any
Before you waste your time. No, seriously. Here's the thing. I tell them this. I'm a buyer.
Okay.
And I only have 45 minutes to talk to you. And I want to know if I'm able to solve your problem within that time.
Okay. Over
the phone.
Okay.
I will send you the cash and I will close right then and there.
Ooh.
Because now I'm being more proactive.
Okay.
Because while she's sleeping, I'm talking to potential sellers.
Correct.
And it makes it really easy to
fish out the people that's wasting your time.
Yes.
Correct.
And I tell them, I give them the heads up. Hey, I really don't have a lot of time. I got 45 minutes. Just tell me a little bit about your property, and your pain points. And then here's another thing. I become very keen to listening to their problems. And so you're telling me this is your situation, and I have to come with a solution as quickly as possible.
Wow, I need that script. I was wholesaling while I had my son.
Yeah.
My wife was at work, and I was literally like rocking them, talking on the phone with sellers and buyers.
And they relate. I was pregnant when I was door knocking, driving for dollars.
Are you serious?
That worked too. I was like, I'm not, a stranger. I'm pregnant, and this is real, and they felt me.
Compelled to talk to you?
Compelled to talk to me.
Yeah.
Those people, have you seen that, God forgive me, the white lady or Hispanic lady at the corner of Walmart with the sign with that baby outside?
Oh, man.
That makes me feel that any means necessary.
Yeah.
Because here's one thing, when I was knocking on the door, and I'm nervous, but I still was so relentless because I still had that part of me. And I said, look, no harm, I'm pregnant, I promise you. I just came across your property, and I know where you live, and I'm interested in giving you the offer. And they opened the door. They actually ended up offering me water and, let me in and stuff. But I just had to move faster.
Correct.
Because, as wholesalers, we feel that we have time.
Yes.
And we really don't.
Yes.
We don't have enough time.
What title company you use?
I use Capital Title, and I also use, I started off using patent law, but they became so saturated.
I use both of them. Do you do double closing or you just do singles?
I do singles, and I do double HUDs.
Oh, you do double HUDs?
I do double HUDs.
Why double HUDs and why not double closing?
Because I don't want to let the left hand know what the right hand is doing, and I don't feel like paying transition funding.
Okay.
Man, I don't want to give up 2% of the $1,500 just because to let somebody else know. I just give them. I'm up front.
Okay.
And as long as I'm up front, then me doing a double close doesn't really matter.
Okay. Have you ever been in a situation where the seller found out how much you were making and was like you need to like give me
Make an
some
adjustment?
Yeah, give me some of that money back?
When I first started, yes.
When you first started, so what did you do?
When I my first, what was that? My 7th wholesale deal. I was, first thing first. Always have your seller go in the morning. I'm sorry, your buyer go in the morning.
Okay.
And your seller come in the evening.
Okay.
Because the buyer has the money, and you want them to get the bread, have the money sitting there before the seller get there.
Yeah, I do that.
So I asked them, what's, this is my service fee.
Yeah.
This is what I pay for.
Okay.
And how much more are you asking? Because now if it's, well, you should have gave me more money because I asked for it. My thing is, you should have asked for it.
Yeah.
But I wasn't trying to. I remember one deal. Oh my God, this seller was a professional negotiator. She found 5 wholesalers. She was in her 70s, and she was trying to figure out who was going to give her the best, like the most money.
Correct.
And then I found her on my birthday, and I found a seller. I found an end buyer.
Mm-hmm.
And she ended up signing 5 contracts, including mine. But mine was the oldest.
Oh, I hate that, man.
And so my contract was the oldest, but it was almost time to go to closing. But she had so much red tape that all the other wholesalers backed out. So
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Also, they didn't want nothing, no money. They didn't want no.
They didn't want to deal with it because of the red tape that particular deal had.
That was on the title.
Yeah, it was on the title.
Okay.
I had no problem dealing with it.
So all the other wholesalers didn't put any memorandums on the property?
I did.
Oh, you did?
Oh my gosh. I put the memorandum on there, but the problem was my buyer also did too.
Oh, okay.
Which forced me to use him. I had to partner up with another wholesaler. He had her sign the contract. I had her sign the contract. I had a buyer, and luckily I was really blessed. The other wholesaler that I partnered up with, he was one of my mentees. I knew him.
Oh, okay.
So it was not bad.
Okay.
But we had to negotiate with my end buyer. My end buyer was such
a-hole.
What? I was so livid. He ended up taking $5,000 of my wholesale fee and get the property. But at the same time, it was a bigger picture. This lady actually owned 15 more properties.
Oh, that was a lady?
Yes.
Okay.
But they didn't know. The wholesaler who was like, we just do this together, JV. The end buyer is like, I'm going to take this property either you like it or not. I was pissed.
Yeah.
But I had so much of a relationship with this lady. I end up getting one of her properties. So TJ owns the property off of Cleburne and now it's Emancipation. It's on the left-hand side. It's a really big complex. I owned the property right across the street at the time. It was 2 buildings. One was burnt down, and I got it for $10.
This is in Third Ward.
This is in Third Ward.
Correct.
I actually had her sell me one of her properties that I've been dying for $10.
Well, what's the year? What's this year? The year?
That year was 2017.
17? Okay.
2017. I was heartbroken because I had to play Monopoly and I had to be liquid because I was also flipping.
Okay.
And so I was stretched.
So your money was in all different places.
And I had this one, it's like Broadway. You got to sell Broadway.
Yeah.
Just to get the rest of these properties. Yeah. And I did not want to sell Broadway because I knew later in the future it was going to worth $500,000. And right now it's worth $500,000.
That's the one you made $100,000 on.
That's when I made $140,000 on.
Oh, but so there was no way you could have kept that property.
It's interesting. Jay Bradley, who's my listing agent.
Okay.
And he's the one who lists all my deals, right? We literally talked about that deal 2 days ago.
Okay.
Of how we could exit off of that deal.
Okay.
He was telling me, you know, we had so many. Whenever your back is against the wall,
No, I know.
you
I know.
have only a couple of options. I gotta get the hell out of it.
Yeah,
I
I
gotta
know.
make sure I gotta move quickly.
Correct.
You know.
Correct.
The option that we had thought of afterwards was just to keep it and put a lien on it, I guess, because it was free and clear.
Correct.
But no one at the time wanted a burnt down. It had so much red tape on it as well. It had fines because she demolished property without permits and stuff like that. And but we would not learn how to exit if we didn't wholesale it. We actually did owner finance with the end buyer.
Okay.
And she turned around 2 years later and put it up for the market for $250,000. And now she ended up keeping it and sold it again. She didn't sell it in 2019. She turned around and sold it, and now it's worth $500,000.
Okay.
So I want to sit on it for that main reason.
Yeah, that's the one that you was talking about on the panel.
Yes.
I was like, man, when you said it, I was like sick to my stomach when you was talking about it.
I'm still sick to my stomach, you know? But I'm grateful to have these different types of deals because as a wholesaler, I'm not trying to get eye contact. That was my fault. I should have just turned my head this way. Really, Jordy. You was fine.
At least she's not crying though.
No, she's not crying, but she's definitely muffling this whole interview.
It could be worse.
She's such a hater right now. No, she's not. She's amazing. But it taught me how to exit with attention and figure out multiple ways besides the basics. Owner finance, wraparound mortgages. You know, it just had me figure out, okay, what is another way I can partner up with a owner that have a situation and either let them keep the property and then I still make money and they make money. Make it a win-win. I have to make sure it's 3 wins. My seller have to win, I have to win, and my buyer have to win. And if my seller and my buyer is winning and I'm not winning, then it's not a deal.
Correct.
If I'm winning and my end buyer is winning, then my seller's not winning. They're not going to go to the title company.
Correct.
So we all three of us have to win simultaneously in order for us to be okay with the decision that we made.
Okay.
Yeah.
How'd you meet Jay Bradley?
I met Jay
through Chris.
No. So let me tell you how the dots are connected, right?
Yeah.
Like, how do I know these amazing guys and stuff? So Jay and I met at these back in the day. They seem so far-fetched. These network
events,
and that's all we did is network.
Okay.
We cross over and we just start, you know, noticing each other, and so I end up doing business with him. Prior to meeting, I take the back. I met Jay at a networking event. I met Chris at the Urban League when he and I both were in the same class about, it was like free education.
Oh, for real?
Of building our business.
What year was this? Cause like you're talking, I'm just trying to figure out where I was at. Like, what was I doing at this time?
What were you doing at this time? So, Urban League, until I believe they still offer it till this day, offer entrepreneurs these free training.
Mm-hmm.
They completely free, right? I want to say 16, 17 with Chris, but 15 with Jay.
Okay.
I met them around, they were like a year apart. And so not knowing that they end up doing business with each other.
Yeah.
And then here's a crazy part. At my first flip, both of them were in my house.
Oh, really?
And they didn't know each other.
Oh, wow.
They crossed each other's path and didn't even know it.
Yeah.
To do business with each other. As well, Tyron Davis.
Okay.
Vintage Homes.
Oh, okay. Fifth Ward. Does all the Fifth Ward. Yeah, I'm trying to get him on here too.
I definitely would.
Okay.
When I say I'm connected, but it's all about the relationships. She's like grunting. She's not pooping. I promise you. No, she's not. She's like grunting. I'm like, oh God, this is so embarrassing. No. But no, the relationships matter. And it goes so far. Like, far. I haven't done, last year was 2020, I haven't flipped or wholesale for a whole year. So 2021, I so far have two or three contracts already.
Have you felt any type of discrimination being in real estate as far as being a woman?
No, I think that it's very rare to see
like being in these rooms, like.
No, because I'm charismatic.
Correct.
I walk in, I control the room.
Correct.
You want this? And I control the room.
Correct.
And I'm likable.
Correct.
And I'm funny.
Correct.
It's like dating. You go into the bar, there's a group of guys. Oh, I'm about to get somebody's number.
Yeah.
So let me have the perfect perfume so as I pass by the bar. Or let me sit on the end of the table and I see a group of guys kiki and cooing. Let me buy them about, some shots.
Okay.
And guess what? They're going to come to me and say, oh, thanks. And I'm going to end up ciphering who have the best deal. Same concept.
Okay.
I go out there, network. I figure out who's doing what deals is connected, and then I end up solving their problem.
Okay.
You got a lot in your head when you want to ask, but yeah.
That's cool. So, Jay, Bradley, Chris, Tim. Okay, so how you know Byron and them?
Broussard?
Yeah.
In the rooms.
Okay.
We all pretty much started around the same time.
Okay.
And Marlon.
Yeah. Oh, real estate Marlon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Real estate Marlon was he's in leaps and bounds.
Correct.
But we all pretty much start around the same time. Byron Broussard and his partner, they were already flipping or wholesaling way before I have. Draco.
Mm-hmm.
Wholesale. They were these guys were moving, deals after deals after deals. I had to find my space by finding me and able to find out what I'm good at so I can actually move, 360 wholesale deals within 18 months.
18 months?
Oh, I was in almost 2 years. That's how many I've done.
So how many you done in total? You lost count?
Since I got to stop at 2019, I actually touched about 400 homes.
400? Okay.
Within 4 years, so I started in 15, and I stopped at 19. And I was, moving forward in 2020, and then that happened.
She stopped everything.
It shut it down, and I started coaching.
So
and
is
everything.
it true about what people say, like babies kind of stop? I don't want to say your life.
Slow you down.
Slow you down.
Stop the hustle.
Is it true?
Or it evolve your hustle.
Okay.
It make you want to do way more.
Yeah.
More for them than for yourself. However, it took me 9 months to know my true my evolve hustle.
Okay.
So in 2020, having her, come on, man. So in 2020, having her, I was able to learn my new hustle, which is shorten my questions quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Not, okay, is this your property? The rapport. Now my rapport is, I see your problem.
Okay.
How can I help?
Okay.
Well, I don't have a problem. Well, sir, you have a violation sign in your yard.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I said, well, did you know each time you keep one, you get fined?
Mm-hmm.
And then and here's my favorite part. If you just by chance want to know how much your property is worth, especially in 2021, in 2020, when it's the seller's market, let's find out. What's the worst thing that can actually happen? I'm gonna put it right here. Yeah, so it causes me to ask the right question, not the common question. Common questions are, well, do you own 123 Main Street? Well, I know you do.
Yeah.
So now I'm coming in, hey, my favorite thing is I call them. This is Dorniecesher with 24/7 Home Buyer. I just bought a house 2 doors down, and I got your number from your neighbor. They don't know that. No clue. I was wanting to see if you would like to get a free offer.
Okay.
No, I'm not interested. Okay, well, how about this? When is it that you want to receive this? Because this is completely free. I know it's a seller's market, and you know, if you're watching the news, that the builders can't build as quickly, so why it won't hurt you. Well, you know, I can't sell it because now I'm listening. Oh, what's the reason why you can't sell? Well, it's not mine. Oh, who is it? So now I'm going to the right question. Well, if it's not yours, do you mind if I talk to that person? Oh, I don't think they're going to talk to you. It's okay. I wasn't expecting you to talk to me, but you did. We've been on the phone for 30 minutes. You know, being truly authentic with yourself goes like leaps and bounds.
Long way.
And the script is really you. You are the script. You're the person. Well, you know, I'm tired of people calling me. You know, you're like the 8th person calling me. Well, sir, the reason why, because you have a property that everybody wants. Do you want the calls to stop? Yes. Allow me to show you how. Well, how you going to do it? I'm going to buy your property. Well, I said I wasn't going to buy it. Well, what's the reason why? Well, because, you know, I was going to go ahead and rehab it. Well, sir, you know you got a sunroof in the back, right? What do you mean a sunroof? Well, there's a tree in the backyard. Oh, I was going to. Well, okay, how about this? I have a great roofer and a wonderful, yes, I don't want to, look, we are not trying to buy a mic, okay? You got it? Good. Well, you know, I have a wonderful roofer and a tree service. Here's their information. Allow me to provide a service. And that's it. Become a service providing wholesaler. Become a solution. And the quicker you become with a solution, the quicker they become relatable. That's the reason why the lady who had 17 properties, she was okay with me getting it for $10. Because one, I drove her to the title company. Not a lot of wholesalers wanted to offer that service.
I do that.
But during the conversation of me getting there from point A to point B, I find out more. You know, Miss Johnson, I noticed that you have another property in this area. What are you going to do with that one? Let's partner up together. You don't have to sell it. Let me show you how to make more money off of it because it's not doing anything right now.
Okay.
And that's how I'm able to give a better solution.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, she's right. Your chair.
Are you okay? Jordan? What is she doing? But yeah.
Tell me, what does success look like to you?
Great question. Success look like peace.
Yeah.
Peace of mind. Success to me look like I'm able to get more yeses because of my financial stability.
Okay.
And not being stressed out. That's success.
Yeah. Would you want to be wealthy or rich?
Wealthy.
Okay.
I've been rich before.
Right.
I in my 20s, I had already hit $2 million. And so I know what rich look like. Looks broke. Rich is broke.
Yeah, right.
You know, I lived in the high rise. I had the cars and all of those things, but I was still broke. I was like hustling after one after the other just to maintain my lifestyle.
Yeah.
And I was so broke. But my expenses was so high that I was really working just to live off the pretend lifestyle that I wanted to create. So wealthy is what I want.
Yeah.
I want to have longevity. I want my wealthy is to be poured into not just her life. I want to know how far can I build a wealth of finance for 4 generations.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and have a real conversation. I was quiet long enough. I did some babysitting. Okay, now I want one of my own. And now we're going to really get to the talking. No, but what do you say to women who want to have kids, but they're just like, I need to keep going? What do you say to that woman? And were you in that position where you were like, I don't want kids right now, but it happened?
This wasn't planned. I'm just be straight up honest. I'm so authentically trying.
I love it though. I love it because people need to hear.
And came back with a baby.
Okay, all right.
And she confirming that too.
Right. She's like, yes.
Yes, I went to New Orleans for a vacay of doing me, and this is a wonderful surprise.
Yeah.
But to all the women that want the kids and the house and everything, I say do it.
Really?
Really, because
you lying.
No, I'm not. Being that she was, I'm not saying planned. It just happened.
Right, right.
40 years of that's, I just say 30 years of no kids, grinding it out and living my best life that I feel. Now she catapulted me into a better life. Now she had a passport at 0 months.
Come on, passport.
Because now I wanted her to live the life that is not limited.
Okay, let me ask the question again. Or let me rephrase the question. Yes. At what age do you think that women should have kids?
40.
Is it 40? Okay.
40.
Okay.
Because you're patient and you understand.
Come on, understanding.
You are able to juggle things.
Yeah.
You have clarity and you're intentional. That's 40 is beautiful. Gotcha. I'm so glad I had her at 40. I don't know if I'll be able to do it in 20s.
Okay.
I'll be dropping my baby off every day at my mama's house. I promise y'all what happens.
I drop my son off every weekend.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be a weekend baby mama.
Yeah. No, seriously.
But 40s was it was such a perfect timing.
Okay.
God was such perfect with her having me at 42. I had her at 42. And but 40 was a sweet spot. Because I learned so much. I learned a lot in my 20s because I knew I didn't want to have any kids in my 20s, and I damn sure didn't want to have them in my 30s. Because I just got it.
Yeah.
In my 30s.
Yeah, it clicked.
It clicked okay. So all the things that I was doing, going to different clubs and getting in free, or how about this? I used to get in the club really early because I didn't want to pay $10. Okay. So I was helping the bartender pushing the beers and stuff because nobody was there. But that was me. I was just living. I was so free and just experiencing things. But having been, in your 40s and 35, 37, that part of your life, is a sweet spot. Because it comes with a patience that is beyond your own understanding.
You're sitting down, picture yourself, imagine yourself. You're sitting down. Another woman comes in, sits, across from you. It's you. It's the younger you.
Yes.
What would you say to her?
You'll be fine. It's going to hurt, but you're going to be just fine. And it's going to be great. The process is even better than just getting to the finish line.
Yes.
Because the process teaches you way more to do more. And as long as you don't mind riding that wave, you're good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Having a negative $259. Hold on. Glory. Having a negative $259 in your account doesn't stop you. Because one, if you can make $2 million once, you can do it again.
Of course.
Now you have the formula, you have the sauce, and you can do it not only in taxes, you can do it in real estate, you can do it in trucking, you can do it in cleaning homes, you can do it any way because you acquired that knowledge. I call it University of the Hard Knocks. Like, you know, Jay-Z's A Hard Knock Life. It's real. But if I did not learn those steps, then I won't be able to progress and hit another $1 million.
Yeah.
That's the reason why it was easy for me to be okay not working for a whole year in 2020 because I made the money and it's stressful.
Yeah.
And that was success. I actually made the money for me to be a stay-at-home mom and not worry about paying my bills and not worrying about if somebody going to repo my car and not worry about anything. Nothing. Yeah. And so I enjoyed, that's why it made it so easy to enjoy being pregnant and not worrying about things because I planned the 9 months like I was an ant that's about to go into hibernation, like chipmunks going into hibernation. It's time to store. You know, there's moments when you have to be a steward and start storing things. And so by looking at real estate, you know, might not be able to go out and drive around and do driving for dollars, but I can do virtual wholesaling. I'm not being able to do virtual wholesaling, but I can do wraparound mortgage. You know, what do I have? What kind of tools do I have in my wheelhouse that I'm still able to touch real estate? I might not be able to do any of the things, but I can actually use my credit and become a lender.
Yeah, right.
And I don't have to leave anymore. So I love real estate that it have its legs that you can evolve. Now my mind is, what it would look like for me to wholesale apartments? Yeah. What does that look like? What about wholesaling internationally?
Yes. Yeah.
That's the exciting part. I can literally wholesale a house in Dubai or a hotel in Dubai while I'm here in Houston. It's nothing but connection and connecting the dots. It's reverse engineering. Good? That's all. So that's what I would tell myself. That it's going to be pain, but you have already endured pain before. You know, you was asking me about my childhood. My mom's a recovering addict of 28 years. So she was on drugs, but I was still able to maintain her grades. I was able to maintain activities because what she taught me while she was in her addiction is you can still do certain things, but you have to really stay focused. So I learned my entrepreneurship corely because of my mom's addiction. You know, when you open up a refrigerator and you don't see nothing but some baking soda in the back,
right,
and some open box of grits,
right,
you become very creative, and that's why I said success to me does not have to always be about money. I was a hoarder on food because I didn't have food. So now, my pantry looked too full. Now it's catching wheat because I'm not eating fast enough. But I had to process that what I currently have is all I need. I don't have to have that much to live the life that I want. You can live the life you want with just enough. But now I like looking at my checking account and it's evolving. You know, I like who's that? Warren Buffett. He lived in he's still living in the house that he bought.
Same car.
Yeah. Facebook. He living in the house. Even Kendrick Lamar. He living in a $150,000 house and is happy as I don't know what. But when he checked that checking account or all these other accounts, that speaks volume. Even, have you ever noticed if you drive into $1 million estate, they don't drive the luxury cars. They drive a Toyota, a Honda.
They have the other luxury cars, but they got their Toyotas there and Nissan,
Yukon.
Right.
I said, okay, I'm obviously thinking about this all wrong.
Yeah, right. Why do you feel like people have the need to impress other people?
I feel that we impress because we want to be impressed.
Is it like a insecurity within our own self? Like we feel
Yes.
insecure.
It's us.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to impress ourselves.
Mm.
It's not you. It's really I'm trying to impress me. But you're looking.
Right.
What's the matter now?
Yeah.
Got any more questions?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna do this little list and then we're
Okay.
done. Okay. Wholesaling or flip?
Wholesale.
Rent a property or Airbnb?
Airbnb.
Commercial building or house?
Commercial building.
Money or equity?
Equity.
Section 8 or regular tenant?
Regular tenant.
2 million followers or one rental?
One rental.
850 credit score or $1 million?
850 credit score.
Instagram or Facebook?
Instagram.
TJ to Johnny or I am Migos?
Those two on Instagram.
Yeah.
TJ.
TJ. Chris Synagogue or MGM Mortgage Guy?
MGM Matt. Dope dude.
Uh,
Because the reason why I said it is because he's gonna teach you how to fish.
okay. Nah, he will. He will. Terica or Marquell Russell?
Oh, Terry.
Terica. Chris Haskins or Jerry Norton?
Who?
Chris Haskins or Jerry Norton?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know those two?
Tell me what they do.
Chris Haskins, he's in real estate. Jerry Norton does like nothing but flips and wholesales. He's white, and then Chris Haskins is he does like evictions and YouTube. He's on YouTube.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look him up. Can't answer that one.
Okay, that's cool. That's it.
Oh, I thought you were gonna ask me about somebody else.
Oh,
You said EYL.
oh, you talking about EYL? Okay, EYL or Earn Your Leisure?
They both the same.
They're both the same?
Yeah, it's the same. EYL and Earn Your Leisure is the same thing.
Okay, that's it.
They're still the same people.
I mean, they are, but they really, I mean, they're kinda.
They own both.
No, they don't.
They don't?
Uh-uh.
You educate me on something I don't know. Because actually, I actually trained. I was one of their special guest trainers on EYL.
Did I say EYL or did I say Earn Your Leisure or Sleeping for Suckers?
No. EYL and Earn Your Leisure.
I meant to say EYL and Sleepers for Suckers. I'm sorry.
Oh, gotcha. I'm like, they're the same people. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
we got to cut that. You know who David Shands is, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I meant to say Sleepers for Suckers or EYL. I'm sorry.
It depends what direction you want to go.
It could be anything. Entrepreneurship, real estate, whatever you want to do.
I believe that not everybody needs to be in a
Real estate?
Yeah.
They're both in real estate. EYL got rental properties in Baltimore and David Shands is doing deals with Terica.
Yeah, I know. But not everybody
like I don't care.
No, not everybody is qualified to do
No, you right.
real estate.
You correct. Absolutely right.
Why would I want you to wholesale when you're better as a lender?
Okay.
Why would I set you up for failure to teach you how to flip when I could just set you up and know that you are a finance person just to go ahead and lend? You don't have to wholesale. Just become a lender.
Okay.
So
I agree. I
not
totally
everybody
agree.
needs to be in real estate.